Tehran, 2026, the black smoke has cleared, and the decree has been read. For 47 years, the Islamic Republic stood on the promise of ending hereditary rule, yet today, the bloodline has reclaimed the throne. The shadow that haunted the corridors of power for decades has finally stepped into the blinding light of the pulpit. Mojtaba Khamenei is no longer the hidden son, he is the third supreme leader. The seal has been set, and the gears of a new empire are beginning to turn. Today on Wikivedia Plus, we will analyze the official ascension of Mojtaba Khamenei and the seismic shift it brings to our world. Let's dive in. The announcement came not with a roar, but with a cold, calculated precision. The Assembly of Experts, once a body of theological debate, has functioned as the ultimate board of directors for a corporate military takeover. By choosing Mojtaba, the system has prioritized survival over legitimacy. This is the dynastic pivot, a moment where the ideology of 1979 meets the cold reality of 2026. To understand this moment, we must look at the silence that preceded it. Mojtaba did not campaign, he consolidated. He did not speak to the people, he spoke to the generals. He spent the better part of 2 decades mastering the silent language of the Beiti robber, the supreme leader's office, ensuring that when the moment of transition arrived, there would be no alternative. In the archives of the 1990s, we saw the blueprints of this transition. While the world watched the reformists and the hardliners trade barbs in the Majlis, Mojtaba was building a shadow cabinet within the intelligence apparatus. He understood a fundamental truth of the 21st century. Power is not held by those who hold the vote, but by those who hold the encrypted keys to the state's security. His ascension marks the total integration of the clerical office with the Revolutionary Guard. They are no longer 2 separate pillars. They are a single, reinforced monolith. This is not just a change in leadership. It is a change in the very nature of the Iranian state. The theocratic republic has effectively become a security sultanate, where the turban and the uniform are one and the same. The atmosphere in Tehran today is thick with a mixture of resignation and quiet dread. The youth, born into a digital world but living under an ancient decree, now face a leader who is younger, more tech-savvy, and arguably more ruthless than his predecessor. Mojtaba's first decrees have already signaled a digital iron curtain. He knows that in the age of AI and instant connectivity, a rebellion is not fought with stones, but with data. His reign begins with a total audit of the nation's digital soul. Every byte of information, every social media post, and every encrypted message is now subject to the scrutiny of a leader who views the internet not as a tool for progress, but as a battlefield for control. The world is watching a transition that many said was impossible. But as the new supreme leader takes his seat, the real question isn't how he got there, but how far he is willing to go to stay. If this deep dive into the coronation of shadows is revealing the hidden layers of power to you, stay tuned, the most volatile chapters are just ahead. Now, we look at the new axis, with Mojtaba at the helm. The look to the east policy is no longer a strategic choice, it is an existential anchor. Moscow and Beijing have already sent their envoys, recognizing a leader who speaks the language of absolute sovereign control. For the West, the Iran problem has evolved into a succession crisis that has no diplomatic exit. The nuclear files are no longer a bargaining chip. Under Mojtaba, they are the crown jewels of the new dynasty. He is a leader who believes in strategic defiance. To him, the nuclear program is not a tool for negotiation, but a guarantee that the shadow of his father's legacy will never be extinguished by foreign intervention. The regional proxies, from the Mediterranean to the Gulf of Aden, have received their new orders. There is a sense of standardization coming from Tehran. The chaotic, multipolar influence of the past is being streamlined into a singular, direct command structure. Mojtaba is a man of asymmetric order. He doesn't want chaos for chaos's sake. He wants a controlled fire that he can extinguish or ignite at will. He has spent years managing the resistance axis from the shadows, and now, as the official head of state, he is bringing a new level of military discipline to these regional movements. The Shadow King has become the architect of the abyss, constructing a regional network that is more integrated and more lethal than ever before. As we witness this historical pivot, we must ask, does the Republic still exist, or has it been replaced by a clerical sultanate? The symbols remain the same, the flags, the chants, the prayers, but the soul of the machine has changed. It is now a machine of pure preservation. Mojtaba Khamenei's reign will be defined by how he manages the inheritance of anger left by his father. Can a son build a future on a foundation of shadows? The internal economics of Iran will be his greatest test. With the IRGC controlling the majority of the nation's assets, the distinction between the national budget and the military treasury has vanished. The people face a future where economic survival is tied directly to their loyalty to the new leader. The international community is at a loss. The old playbooks of sanctions and maximum pressure seem inadequate against a leader who has been bred for this exact scenario. Mojtaba is a student of survival. He has watched the fall of other regional leaders and has built a fortress of surveillance and loyalty to ensure he does not meet the same fate. His ascension is a message to the world. The revolution is not over, it has simply evolved. It has become more efficient, more technologically advanced, and more determined to endure. In the coming years, we will see the true face of the Mojtaba era. Will it be one of expansionist fervor, or will he turn inward to crush any remaining sparks of dissent? The ghosts of 1979 are watching, and the world is waiting for the shadow to take form. History tells us that succession is the moment when empires are at their most vulnerable, but it is also the moment when they can become their most dangerous. As the echoes of today's story fade back into the archive, we are left once again at the edge of the unknown. Thank you for journeying with us to the fringes of history and science. If these mysteries resonated with you, we invite you to support the channel by liking this video and subscribing to our growing community of seekers. Share this transmission on your social networks. Your curiosity is what keeps these stories alive. We will return soon with another chapter that was never meant to be told. Until our next encounter, stay curious. This is Wikivedia Plus.